Okay, this is Jimmy from BrownBomberMMA.com, and we're here with Lee Feckenworth, who is the mother of Gabriel Gonzalez. He was recently passed away in the streets, and we're also here with Denise Murray, who is Timothy Walker's mom. And my name again is Jimmy. I'm with Brown Bomber MMA. It's a website I built for Will Brown Bomber Santiago. He's a local role model. And we're here at 599 Canal Street, Stop the Violence Day 1/11/11, and we're streaming live on the web. And I was just wondering if Lee could share with our audience a little bit about yourself. And
my name's Lee. I've lived in Lawrence all my life, and this has been like a tragedy for me and my family and my friends, because my son Gabriel was killed right down the street.
okay, Denise, you just want to tell us a little about yourself?
Oh, okay. My name is Denise Murray. I'm 40 years old. I'm a mother of 3. I work at the Chamber of Commerce. I've been there for 16 years, and I live in Lawrence.
Okay. Now, Lee, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your story?
Sure. My son Gabriel got a call from his friend to go to the store to pick up something. He was walking home, and he told the person he was with that there is a gang member, which I'm not going to say the name of the gang. They were in a car, and my son and the boy ended up on the opposite side of the street, and they pulled the gun out, and they shot my son once in the head and once in the leg. And his friend came running to my house. I heard the shots, and I heard 5 shots. And I heard the car drive away, because there's a little street near my house. And it was kind of like an easy getaway to get onto the main road. And his friend, the person he was with, ran to my house. He told me, he's like, Lee, Hayes is down, that's his nickname on the streets. And he was sent to Lawrence General, and he was medlifted to Brigham and Women's, where he was born there, and he passed away there. We were lucky enough to donate his organs. He stayed alive long enough to have them donated. He saved 4 lives, and we already met the man who has my son.
So, with this type of event, what would you like to see done differently here? What do you think will help the kids here in Lawrence?
I think they should get into like a sport, and like my son, even though it's a tragedy, he was still able to pull himself up, and he's on the wrestling team for Lawrence High School, and he's doing good considering what me and my family have gone through. And
so this is your other son?
yes, my other son.
What's your other son's name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni?
Yes. And with the wrestling at the high school, at least, no kid is turned down. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. The coach lets everybody. It's one of those kind of sports like boxing, MMA, that you're able, they don't say no. It's not like tryouts like basketball or football.
So it keeps them occupied, gives them something to do, keeps them off the street.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing with Will. He's a local role model, and he fights
Right.
MMA, and trying to get kids in the gym, get them
Yes.
off the street, get out that aggression.
Yep, exactly.
And then at the end of the day, they're tired. They're not going to go in the street and do anything that might hurt themselves or somebody else. If they're getting some structure, I know a lot of kids don't have good role models, so with training, whether it's wrestling or boxing or MMA, they have some kind of structure in their lives. They have a role model, someone they can look up to, and hopefully get them on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, are you finished? Okay. Now, Denise, would you like to share your story with
Yep.
with us?
I wasn't there when Timothy was shot, but I got a call from my mom. I was watching America's Most Wanted with my younger son, and she told me to hurry to get to the hospital. And when she called, I asked if Timothy got shot, and she said, yeah. And I got to the hospital before she did, and it seemed like I was waiting there forever. I guess they were working on my son. My sister, who's over there, she actually saw my son laying down on the ground. And I'm not going to say the person, the coward who came and shot my son, didn't give Timothy a chance to run. He shot him and nearly took off most of his skull with a shotgun. It really could have been two tragedies that day because the bullet went through Timothy's head and through the window. And it could have, well, I guess it almost hit my nephew. And we went to Lawrence General Hospital, and then we went to Mass General. But the night that my son got killed, it was just really crazy. I'm sorry, the night he got shot, a lot of things were going through my head. But I think I can speak for all of us mothers that when your child, when my son got shot, I felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. I felt like somebody was standing on my chest. Like I couldn't even believe that it was happening. Even talking about it now, it makes me mad and it makes me sad because I'm 40 and I shouldn't have had to bury my son. But then in the hospital those 2 days, where I had to watch him. Like I had to look at him, I had to watch him die. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't do anything. I felt really helpless because I couldn't help my son. And I had to watch him die, and I was praying to God. I wanted anything. I wanted him to take my life for Timothy's. I would have given anything for that to happen, but it didn't happen. And then when they put my son in the ground, I felt like I was buried too. Like my body was there. It was just, I was just walking around, I don't know how, but I felt like I went in there with him. And for 6 days after my son got killed, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to sleep, I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to bathe, I didn't want to do anything. And then that 6th day, I think Timothy was just like, you know what, Mom, I don't have a voice anymore because when they killed my son, they took his voice, so I have to speak for him. But my son, like Lee's son, he saved 5 lives with his organs. And that coward who killed my son, he didn't really kill him. It's just that Timothy's not here physically, but he's in my heart, he's in my sister's heart, he's in all of our hearts. And I'm going to speak for him until I can't talk anymore. That's it.
Okay, what would you like to get out of this? I mean, what type of people you want to see, you know, that you want to see this, and what type of action would you like to have take place?
Well, I would love, of course, the person who killed all of our children to watch this and realize that it wasn't just a person in the street, that it was a child. All of those boys that were killed, they all grew in our bellies. You know, we all have special moments with our kids, and then they're one day going to be fathers themselves. And I just want the kids out there that thinking they're, you know, bad and, you know, having their pants baggy and having guns and cell phones and listening to all this rap stuff talking about kill you, kill this, kill that. I want them to realize that that's not the way to go. That you can still be cool without having a gun and without, you know, wanting to hurt somebody. And who cares what colors you wear? That whole color thing, I can't even get it. Who cares what gang you're in? Who cares? Like, all that stuff is not important. So I hope that people watch this video and realize that if you know of somebody who got killed, if you know of somebody who did something, you're not snitching. Everybody's always on this whole snitching thing. It's not called snitching. They sell shirts in the mall that say, stop snitching. Why can't we say start? It's not snitching. It's bringing a family closure. There were 4 people out there when my son was killed, but you know what? Because of this whole snitching thing, nobody wants to speak. It's not snitching. My son, her son, all these boys that were killed, it could have been your father, your uncle, your son, your brother. It could be you. And I just want people to start speaking up. That's it.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank both of you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Thank you.